Woo! What is up, hobby? What is up? What is up? What is up? What is up? Listen, I've been working on a lot of different things, man. Thanks for joining. This is Heartbeat of the Hobby. Shoot. Oh man. Sorry guys. I have to step away for 1 second. I think it's gonna be worth stepping away for it. Okay. Oh yeah. So, dude, guys, I've been doing a lot of AI stuff. So check this out, man. Paycheck Friday, hit that live stream fast. Dreaming about a gold auto, maybe number to the last. But I picked my teams like I was picking fate. Now I'm sitting here crying with a pile of cards I hate. Hello, I got nothing but bass. No shimmer, no shine. That breaker said heat, but it sure ain't mine. I'm watching folks pull monsters while I'm sitting it out. Every box they rip, my dreams get ripped right out. Welcome to the show. This is the Heartbeat live. Someday I'll schedule these. A punter's rookie card. Even my kids say, Dad, your luck's all wrong. Oh, I got nothing but bass. No color, no chrome. Pull the checklist insert. Now I'm crying alone. Breaker says spicy. Man, it's mild at best. Can you guys hear this okay? How's that coming in? So I use an AI tool to make that. But now I can only play it. I can't extract it. I have to pay for it to extract it. I'm not bitter. Just one hit to throw on the gram. But I keep buying breaks like it's some kind of curse. My PC's getting full, but my wallet's getting worse. I got nothing but bass. No slab worthy flare. My top loader's empty. Just cold hobby air. Just cold hobby air. Man, we got a lot to talk about today. To pay. Oh, hey, a little bit. Y'all ever seen someone pull 4 kicker autos in one break? Yeah, that's me. So let me stop that right now. So, welcome. We're going to go over the news. We're going to go over the buzz, and we're going to talk about what's coming up. I will say, guys, I've been using ChatGPT. I love ChatGPT. I've had so much fun with ChatGPT. Today, and here's the thing about ChatGPT real quickly, guys. The more you use it, the more you give it information, the more it knows you and it customizes stuff for you. So for example, I asked it, hey, what should I do today? It knows me and what I like to do, and it makes this whole, like all these options for me. As an example, I recently dumped my entire history, my YouTube history of viewing into ChatGPT. Ooh, have I gotten some amazing insights from this? What I want to talk about today. Okay. So here's the news today. I asked ChatGPT to give me some information about the news. Okay, just some hobby news. June 4th was Sterling. You guys know that. FIFA Select Soccer comes out on June 6th. That was last week as well. June 11th, Panini Contenders Football is releasing. Series 2 releases on June 11th as well. Gave me some information on some local shows. If you're in the Virginia area, apparently there's one in Ashland, Virginia, Pirate Dog Card Spectacular, and then Winchester, Virginia, Pokemon and Collectibles Show. Again, both those I was unaware of. Historical moments on this day, June 9th in hobby history. I thought this is pretty cool. Again, ChatGPT did this for me because I said, hey, tell me about June 9th. It said tobacco card error. The original T206 set, the 1909 to 1911 pioneered iconic collectibles, including the famed Hannes Wagner, the minor league player. Does that mean it came out today? It was like when it was like, that's just cool. Allen and Ginter, 1887, as the first nationally distributed tobacco sports card. Their N28, N29 World Champion Series launched Major League Baseball into mass collectible culture. Do you hear that? Did you hear that? It says that in 1887, the cards helped launch baseball into mass collectible culture. And you can get more information on this. Again, I thought that's pretty cool. Mid Atlantic Sports Card Show, August 23rd, here in the DC area. National Sports Card Collectors coming in July. Fanatics is not on this list. Oh, yeah, it is. It's coming next in 2 weeks. Here's some interesting industry spotlight news, guys. This is again from my chat GPT, who knows me, a sports card guy. Fanatics is aggressively growing its trading card arm worldwide. First UK store opened, right? Secured exclusive rights to the English Premier League cards starting in June. We knew about that, but it takes place here in June. Forecasted collectibles revenue to jump from 1.6 billion to 2 billion in 2025. Again, they're saying 1.6 billion in collectible revenue in 2024 to 2 billion. That's a 25% growth in revenue, approaching 3 billion by 2026. Source here is given to me as ft.com. I thought that was pretty cool stuff there. I'm going to skip this stuff for you guys. Skipping this stuff here. There's more stuff I want to share with you, though. Some of this stuff is just like dumb. You can see when I did let me say this about ChatGPT. If you ask it a question and it comes back the wrong thing, you can say, I'm very disappointed with that answer. Can you do better? Can you dive deeper? And it says like, I'm so sorry, Michael. I will try to do better. It's just, I can't stress how much I really enjoy. I do recommend you guys all go out there and play with this thing. It's fun. There's also apps that are inserted on here. You click on the left button and there's an Explore ChatGPT button. That's actually like plugins or apps out there that'll work for you. I found this very helpful, for example, in just doing research. So I'll tell you, I'm looking for other selling platforms right now to sell on. And I've been watching Million Bo at Million Cubs cards, right? Whatever. And he's doing a lot of eBay selling lately. And I've been doing research on eBay selling. And here's some interesting facts because I put together this thing comparison. What are the options? What's the market look like? I think what my question was. What was my question to this? Watching Million Card Cubs on YouTube, listening to him talk about eBay Live, also watching Gary Vee pushing all his socials to Whatnots. What is next? What do I do to compete and collaborate and grow in this changing market? Okay, so then it looked at this. It said eBay Live goes into Whatnot culture, and it says eBay Commerce. eBay Live is gaining momentum by integrating auctions, offers, and real-time chat. They're incentivizing sellers with onboarding tools, seller protections, and large buyer pools. This is very interesting. And I've heard Bo talk about this. He's definitely enjoying the online selling. I think, again, you do have it's almost like going to a loaded pond where you have all good fish. Like, these are good fish. These are really good fish. Hey, man, don't tell everybody about this honey hole. Like, eBay does a very good job of limiting a large amount of fish to a very, very small community. I'm getting a call from somebody who clearly is not watching my live. One of my hobby friends is not watching my live right now. And I wonder how long they can hold on to that. The reason I mention this is so I have an eBay account. I've been on eBay for years, since 1999. Great feedback, selling cards. I don't think I ever sold breaks. I don't think I sold break spots. I bought break spots. I never sold break spots. But recently I've applied for eBay Live, and I was given we'll get back to you in a few days. Well, I have not heard from them. I'm supposed to hear back from them this week. I am curious to see where I get on their list. I would love to be on eBay Live. I think it'd be a great platform. Just listening to Bo talk about it and just seeing what Fanatics Live is doing and what Whatnot's doing, I would love to be on that. Okay, next one. Whatnot is still culture rich. Gary Vee is flooding the app with his high energy live streams, offering signed memorabilia and leveraging built-in FOMO. Now, that's true. And I don't want to say it's in a negative way. What I mean by that is he's making these exclusive drops, right? There's like 555 of these shirts available. He's autographing stuff. He's driving his content. Like, for example, he used to do the Gary B&T thing where you can call in and ask questions. He used to do that on social media. I think he did it on Twitter and Instagram and LinkedIn or whatever. Now, All of those social media are pushing him to Whatnot. If you want to ask Gary Vee a question, you got to go to Whatnot to ask the question. Like it or not, man. And I know there's some criticism of Whatnot. Like I saw my boy, Boston, Boston Tea Party guy, Boston Card Hunter Nick, got banned from Whatnot. Wow, Whatnot's powerful, powerful. Again, and I also see this watching Gary Vee on selling. Somebody even asked him, "Hey, are you an owner or are you on the board or whatever?" He said, "Congrats on Whatnot success." And Gary Vee said, "Like, I'm a fan of it, but I'm not an owner." I don't see if he says he's not well, he can't be a shareholder, right? Because they're a private company. But he publicly said he's not involved. He just really likes the platform. He was even on the platform. You can tell again, he's driving content to the platform, but he was recommending you buy and sell on eBay, which I thought was an interesting thing too, right? So here you are on his Whatnot channel. He's selling you his product, but he kind of was saying, "Look, I'm selling these t-shirts to you. You're going to love this for 40 bucks. They're limited. And I want you to flip them on eBay. Go ahead and flip them. Make money on them." Right on eBay, you could see they're selling for 80 bucks, right? You can 2x your money on this. And he's encouraging that. Is encouraging the right word? I think he was encouraging it. I don't want to get him in trouble. I don't want to say the wrong thing, but he was supportive of that, which I think, again, very interesting. eBay, Whatnot. So then you have Fanatics Live, right? Is quietly scaling with a long-term eye on exclusive product access, especially tops and breaking. Guys, I want to just repeat that again real quickly. Real quickly, if you guys are watching this, I'm learning more from freaking ChatGPT than I do from most of the chuckleheads on YouTube who claim to be providing you insight and news. Just stick to showing us cards, man. Fanatics Live is quietly scaling with a long-term eye on exclusive product access, especially in tops and breaking. Very interesting. I'm excited. I'm very excited to have access to the Fanatics Live platform, right? I don't know what's next. You know what's not mentioned on here? There's no mention of Loop. There's no mention of Drip. I don't know what happened to Drip. Why is Drip not doing well? What happened to the Card Shop app? These are things I think about. Next, expect YouTube and Shopify live stream integration. TikTok shop making bigger moves in the US. Interesting. Some recommendations it had for me: build your identity, not just a storefront. Brand equals trust plus vibes. Viewers don't just buy cards, they buy you. Push the ZiggyNo brand as a voice of a reason collector, edgy personality, and real-time takes. Freaking this again. I don't even know why I'm sharing this with you guys. Let's see what else is in the news today. There was something else in the news today I want to talk about. UCF. I watched the UCF fighting on Saturday night. I actually paid for the UFC. I said UCF. I did say UCF. UFC. I watch UFC and I paid for it. And I will say I have been a follower for a long time. I've gone to fights, not physically gone, but I've gone to watch fights at like bars. In fact, I remember watching the Aldo fight. I think that was Aldo and the Irish dude. And that fight was all hyped up and like it was over in 6 seconds. Remember that fight? I remember going to like a bar in Colorado during ski season. We waited and paid extra and sat in there forever just to watch this fight that lasted 6 seconds. And I remember other fights too. And I was thinking about my UFC fandom. I would not have considered myself a UFC fan. I do think I am now. I watched this week. I watched, I don't even know the guy's name, Marab, and I watched Kayla. I watched the next day. I watched the commercials. Like Marab had a commercial the next day, which was absolutely hysterical, of him waking up with like this doll of Sugar show, and then the trophy or the belt. It was such a funny freaking commercial. And it made me think to myself, this has gone a long way from where it used to be. Like, I remember I was watching some old UFC. I was watching UFC 7 the other day, right? UFC 7 the other day on one of these clips. And it was like the big giant guy and this little strong guy. And the little strong guy just kept chopping at this guy's leg to the point this guy's leg was all bruised up. And man, these minutes, I think it was like 12-minute rounds, 20-minute rounds. Like, I'll tell you this, anybody who's a UFC fan will tell you about the old days of UFC versus where it is today. In fact, the reality is, guys, I don't even know how you compare UFC OG to UFC today. It's not even like comparing football with no helmets to football with a helmet on it. You know what I'm saying? Where they put the helmet on top of the helmet of the helmet. It's not even the same, man. UFC back in the day was just evil, evil. Like I think of it like that, like Street Fighter fighting. I expected guys to throw out little freaking fireballs at one point in some of those matches. Anyway, just lost my train of thought. My point of this is, I can tell you, I got into UFC fighting because of Topps UFC cards. I honestly have. We started selling the products. I started seeing the cards. I have become a fan. Now, as I watch the fighters, when I watch Kayla Harrison win the other day, I like went out and looked at the price of her cards. Oh yeah, they're going up. You know, I watched the dude who like pummeled the guy in the beginning, knocked him out. Watch to see what cards he has. It's really interesting. It's almost like watching football. I feel it's very volatile. If that makes sense. It's volatile like football is. Oh, I got some comments down here. Sports card comments. If you could have 3 people removed from the hobby, including YouTube content, who would it be? Oh, that's such a great question. But, you know, I don't want to say that. Oh, yes, I do. No, I'm not going to do it. Only 3? I do know, but no, I'm not going to say that on a live. I can't say that on a live. Right now, the filter's just going off. Names are flinging up. Boom, 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 boom. No, because then I'm as bad as they are. Love the consistency. Big fan, brother. Consistency? Well, I don't know about that. I am not the most consistent person. Maybe that was a little bit of a joke, but I'll take it. Okay. But I do like that, I will say, is live. In fact, I'll tell you guys. I'm going to tell you right now. There is actually a method for this madness. I have a plan. I actually have a freaking plan. One day you guys are like, wow, Ziggy had a plan. That's all I'm going to say. Like, remember, I was watching, in fact, here's a great one I'm going to talk about. I was watching one of my favorite, I'm going to say their names. I was watching Mike's Retro Trading Cards, which I still watch every day. I don't comment on their videos anymore. I'm not going to engage with them anymore, or at least for a while. I'm on live. I don't want to quote myself here, but I was watching them, and the guy was clearly making a comment about me when he's saying some people just made a complete 180-degree turn from being hobby watchdog to just selling out and do anything for money. Man, that one stung. Ooh, that one was like right through the armor. And I wish I could explain that one, but I can't. And I understand, but I will just say this. I'm bringing it up right now because there is a plan. There is a plan. I got a plan. Okay, only 3. I'm not going to bring it up. I will say this. There are 3 that I think we should be spending more time listening to. Let me tell you that. If there are 3 freaking voices that the hobby should be spending 100,000 views a day watching, one of them, I'll be really honest, guys, is Dr. Beckett. And I'd put Carvin, if you ever listen to Carvin speak, in that bucket with Dr. Beckett. They both have such practical, real explanations for why people do stuff. Like I've seen a hobby hotline where somebody gets on there, one of the guests gets on there, blah, 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 blah. And Dr. Beckett's, well, actually, the reason they did this was because they have to understand, and you're like, oh. So Dr. Beckett, people do not listen to him enough. He should have, in fact, it's sad. Honestly, dude, I really mean this. Like, why isn't he one of the top voices of the hobby today? Let's look at his impact. Has an impact. Let's at his market. Definitely has market value. Why does he not have a bigger voice? I'm like almost self-answer that real quickly. And a little voice in my head. I don't think he wants to. I don't know. I don't think he wants to, though. I think he likes what he's doing. But I'd love for, that's one person right there I'd totally put up on the top there, right? Another person that I think would be great. Oh, another person that I think, I'm getting annoying messages right now. I will quietly say, no, I'm not even going to say that. Well, obviously John Mangini. And I don't mean just like, obviously John Mangini. I would put John Mangini and Orlando should have a road show together, right? Like I like what Chasing Cardboard does, but dude, I would love for Orlando, the Collector's Dream, and John Mangini, dude, maybe put them like, that show, the road show that used to go around looking at artifacts, dude. Maybe you take those 2 guys, you go on the road and you hit like every weekend at a different card show. And you can bring your vintage stuff to show to them, to talk about, tell stories. Dude, that might be an idea right there. What do you guys, let's rewind this right now. Think about this, okay? So you get John and you get Orlando and say, hey, guys, we're going to do a series. You know, we're going to hit 6 locations in the fall, maybe every week, every other week. Let's pick what those are. You two are going to show up. We're going to have production. We're going to have some cameras, and collectors are going to bring their stuff to you for your just your comments, your thoughts. Share a story. We're not praising it. We'll give you an appraisal too. And if Geoff wants to buy it from you, he can. But we're just going to, that would just be, bring us your collection. Share your story with us. Tell us about your cards. What do you like about cards? Would that work? Would that work? You guys like that one? Is that a good one? Sports card comments likes it. Or he liked my last one. Massive collection as well. Agree, knowledge and collection. Another guy, I tell you, man, who's and I need to put some, I need some modern people here in a moment. I won't lie to you, but another guy that I'd put there with, who doesn't have the same knowledge that Orlando, like Orlando and John just have amazing knowledge. I can't even touch it. It's what makes humanity special. Like, you can't put that in a database. You could take all their knowledge, put it in a database, and go and pull it and go, here's all the stuff that says about it. But you can't get the passion, the story of a John Mangini or Orlando story, right? The other guy I was thinking about, oh, he just freaking slipped my mind. I don't know. I have to think about something else. Brett McGrath is really good. Dude, you know what? I don't follow Brett. He is a podcaster, right? I don't see him on YouTube. And I'll even say this too. I listened to him, God, 5 years ago, dude, when he started. I was working with, who was it? I was working with Jeff Wilson, running his sports card Facebook group, right? I was the admin on that. And we did a bunch of series of interviews. And I remember interviewing Brett. I don't think we ever went live with the interview. And it really wasn't like, it was like early on before Jeff started doing stuff. But I remember talking to Brett then. Blue Jacket as well. That's another one you could easily wrap in there. I don't know him as well. And he seems a little more reserved. Like John is just on every day, man. He's just pumping out content. That's not a bad idea. I'll say this too. I do think there's still a convergence coming. There's so much more change coming in the hobby. The licenses haven't lined up yet. The grading is still being disputed on who number 2 and 3 are, really. I don't know. There's just so much opportunity in the hobby. I'm really excited with the summer and late shows coming out, man. I really am. I agree. He is a great follower. You can learn a lot from him, man. Anybody in Canada? I like a lot of Canadian people, dude. It's funny. I was thinking about how many Canadian collectors there are, and it also reminded me something too. Somebody made a comment that the colder temperature creates more collectors because you spend more time indoors. For warmer weather, you spend more time outside. I don't know if that's true, but it did make me think to myself, there are a lot of Canadian collectors. Canadian collectors. I mean, dude, I like Carlos. I do dig his content. He does not like me. He does not like me. I like Jeremy Lee too. I think Jeremy Lee has the best live show in the hobby and does a great job of providing stuff that if we didn't have that, how disappointed I would be as like people complain about, I don't know what's going on. No one answers this. Well, if any of those people make it to Jeremy Lee's show, you're going to get answers normally. And you can go back to past episodes and see what they said. So I'm really, really a big fan of his stuff. Yeah, I know. Carlos is all right. He rubs people the wrong way. He's sometimes pompous. I like his commitment. I like his takes on stuff. He normally has a more grounded take. Like, it's funny. He's been running around saying, we're talking about a survey, man. We're talking about a survey. I think I was saying the same thing. Like, I will say it's funny. I think very similarly to Carlos on some things. And it's interesting that he and I do not get along more. I have nothing against him. Like, I go back to your first comment, sports car comments. I really don't hate anybody in this hobby. There's nobody in this hobby like, absolutely have to remove them from the hobby. I can't think of anybody. I would just want to sit down with them and have a cup of coffee, a beer, a lunch, a drink, and say, dude, what is your goal? Do you understand when you do this? Here's what I'm seeing. Here's my perspective. Here's my concern. Here's my feeling. Here's what, and I mean that as mine as a hobbyist, not as ZiggyNo only. But like, when you're going to say something, understand your audience, and this is the way it's perceived. You understand that? I don't know. That's my only comment. I don't want to hate anybody out of the hobby. There's a lot of people who disappeared from the hobby too that I've just kind of missed their content, man. There was something I wanted to talk about today, and I am forgetting about what it was. I'm going to turn off the live and be like, why didn't I do this? I don't know, man. I don't know. I like that show idea. Oh, I got a couple of show ideas too with ChatGPT, but I'm not going to share them all right now. I was thinking about doing a video. Let me just say this. So anybody who's watched this far, guys, check out ChatGPT and don't ask it Google questions. In fact, I think we should do a workshop one time. Let's go live and we'll talk about because I think that's our question. You watch these videos, they're like, well, don't just ask it a question. You've got to understand how to use AI. I do agree with that. But it's fun. What I would say this is give it more data, and you got to have the feeling to do this, but give it more data. It's going to give you more stuff back. Yep, I agree with that. If you have questions, you should back it up. Well said, Sports Card Comments. If there's anything you want me to back up with any conversations, please let me know, Sports Card Comments. I'm happy to back anything up I've said in the live or correct anything I've said too. I'm going to go ahead real quickly. Since I got 7 of you in here, we're going to play this. This is an AI version of a song called Nothing But Bass. I played
a fun parody song in a country blues style called Color. To the tune of a classic slow country blues groove.
I agree. People need to debate.
Hit that live stream fast. Dreaming about a gold auto, maybe number 2.
I'm gonna get up and dance.
But I picked my
Not really, but I will later.
Sitting here crying with a pile of cards I hate. I got nothing but bass, no shimmer, no shine. That breaker said heat, but it sure ain't mine. I'm watching folks pull monsters while I sit and
I'm gonna make a playlist.
Every box they rip, my dreams get ripped right out.
How are they doing this?
There's a 101 downtown. Going to some guy named Joe.
Some guy named Joe just got the 101.
A punter's rookie card from 3 seasons ago.
A punter's rookie card.
The chat says L and I just nod along. Even my kids say, Dad, your luck's all wrong. Hello, everyday. Oh, I got nothing but bass. No color, no chrome. Pulled a checklist, insert. Now I'm crying alone. Breaker said spicy. Man, it's mild at best.
Guys, thanks for being here. I just have more to talk about today, but I appreciate the viewers, man.
Now I ain't bitter. Okay, maybe I am. I just want one hit to throw on the gram.
One hit for the gram.
But I keep buying breaks like it's some kind of curse. My PC's getting full, but my wallet's getting worse.
I would have changed that lyric there.
Catalog every day. Oh, I got nothing but bass.
Nothing but bass.
No slab-worthy flair.
No slab-worthy flair.
My top loader's empty. Just cold hobby air.
Just cold hobby air.
One day I'll hit big. That's what I always say.
One day I'll hit big.
But for now, it's base cards and bills to pay. Y'all ever seen someone pull 4 kicker autos in one break? Yeah, that's me.
I love it. 4 kicker autos in one break. Hey, I forgot to shout out Professor Sports Card. I love you, man.